But the idea is that I want to know going in how much time I'm going to have, and this person is going to agree to it. Not, hey, listen, I got called into a meeting. Now, do things happen at the last minute? Of course they do. Everybody has emergencies, and I get that. But I can't tell you how many times most people start out of the gate wrong and, not surprisingly, don't end right. That's why the first thing that we said in the first session that we came back live, we said it's never how you close, it's always how you open. So the first T is thank you, the second T is time. The A stands for agenda. Agenda. And this is their agenda. All right? Their agenda. Because the only concerns that are valid are whose? Theirs. The only issues that are legitimate are theirs. And this is what you say. Kevin, when we get to, and by the way, I've said this probably 5,000 times, and I don't change it at all. Kevin, when we get together, there's probably 100 things that we can talk about. But for it to be a productive meeting for you, again, customer-centered, for you, what are the top 2 or 3 things you want to make sure we cover? Right? It's not even fancy, right? I wish I had like the super fancy words or so, I want it to be productive for you. We can talk about 100 things, right? But what are the top 2 or 3 things you want to make sure we cover? And those are the things that I'm going to focus on. So he says, well, Don, I want to talk about the green marker, I want to talk about the blue marker, and I want to talk about the red marker. And I say, thank you very much for sharing that with me. Are we going to talk about the black marker? No, he doesn't care about the black marker. He cares about the green, the blue, and the red. So these are the things that we're going to talk about. The blue marker, the red marker, and the green marker. Right? Most people, when they go on a sales call, do what we call show up and throw up. Right? They're so anxious to talk about their Nimbus 3000. They're like, Kevin, I tell you what, here, they open up their giant binder with 9,000 pages, and they got to go through every page. Right? They're so excited to tell you how wonderful the product is, right? My wife, when we bought our first Land Rover, right? You know what? She just wanted a Land Rover. That was it. It was never going to go off-road. It was never going to leave the pavement of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. It was never going to go in the gravel. It was never going to go to the Kalahari. It was never going to see sand. It was going to go from my house to our daughter's school, to the club, to the store, to get nails done, to get a manicure, to buy clothes, to get hair done, and that's it. It's never going to go off-road. This is what the sales guy said. Mrs. Zavis, here, if you can crouch down underneath the car, I can show you how high the axle is. Well, my wife has 2 bad knees from skiing, right? What do you think she said to this guy? Needless to say, it didn't go good. She says, you have no idea what I want. Get me somebody else, right? He was so excited about talking about all the, and it's an amazing car, right? We've had a bunch of them, but the thing is that that's not what she wanted, right? She wanted something that said Land Rover, she wanted a great stereo, and she wanted heated seats. And if she would have said those 3 things, here's the stereo, here's this heated seat control, and there's a Land Rover, should be sold. That's it, right? That was it. That's what she wanted, right? So, Kevin, there's a million things we could talk about, 100 things we can talk about when we get together. What are the top 2 or 3 things you want to make sure we cover for it to be productive for you? And amazingly enough, when you ask that, do you know what they tell you? They tell you what they want. They will tell you what's important to them.